everybody. I wanted to tell you guys a story about an incredible healing journey that happened in the office for somebody that came in. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Dr. Jake Long and I'm a chiropractor and I practice in Castle Rock, Colorado. And so without further ado, let's grab a cup of coffee and sit back and listen to a great story that happened in the office. So this lady was referred to our office from another chiropractor in another state. And so she was referred specifically to our office. And I heard that she had been dealing with a condition that's called Bell's palsy, which is, in her case, it was pretty significant. So when she came in, you could notice a visible difference with this condition in her face. So one side of her face fully functioning, she could smile, she could do all the things, all the facial muscles were working just fine. But then on one side of her face, zero function was happening for her muscles. And so you'll notice things like one side of the face looks like it's drooping, even the eye, underneath the eye. So the entire side of the face looks like it's drooping. It could almost look like a stroke if you weren't familiar with Bell's palsy, where the entire side of the face is just, it's not being controlled. There's no activity happening on one side of the face completely. And so you can imagine that's pretty impactful for your life. So she was dealing with issues with speech. She was dealing with issues of drooling because you just can't control that side of your face. And so you think about that, and she was a mother, and still is a mother, but she couldn't even smile normally to her kids. And so that can be pretty impactful for your life. So I obviously felt for her whenever she came in, because it's just obvious that she was dealing with this condition. And she had other things that she was dealing with too, a little bit of neck pain, back pain, things like that, that you would most typically associate with chiropractic. So she was referred into the office, like I said, by another chiropractor. And first thing that I thought in my mind was, well, first of all, I don't know how to treat Bell's palsy. I'm a chiropractor. I don't treat conditions like that. Those are medically managed conditions that are treated medically, typically. And so that was the first thought that I had, was that I don't know how to treat Bell's palsy specifically. But here's what I do know, that the body is a powerful, self-healing organism. So the power that made the body heals the body. And that's just true. So here's what I do know about the body and how it heals. There's 24 movable bones between the skull and the tailbone. And for those of you who have been around the channel for a while, you have probably heard this before. 24 movable bones in the spine, and at any one of those points in our spine, we can get shifts through trauma, thoughts, toxins, all kinds of things throughout our life that can cause these shifts in our spine. And those shifts can create pressure, irritation, things like that, that can cause impact and diminished nerve performance. So they can cause things like headaches, migraines, back pain, neck pain, all the things that you would think of, but that's because they're shifting and putting pressure on the nervous system. And so if I find any of those spots in her spine that have been shifted out of place, and then I can do a gentle adjustment, a gentle and specific adjustment to relieve that pressure off of her nervous system, there's a pretty good chance that things will improve. Now, I don't know at this point, will that take away the Bell's palsy? Is that the true issue that's causing it? I don't know at this point if that's going to do it. But I do know that the body will perform better if we find those spots, if there are any, and then take that pressure off the nervous system and allow the body to heal. Regardless of what happens with the Bell's palsy, she's going to be in a better position regardless of that. And so we do that. And so I recommend for her, based on what I'm seeing on several objective measures that we do in our exam in the office, including x-rays, I find that there are some spots that are shifted in her spine. And so for her specifically, I was seeing her 3 times in a week. So I was seeing her Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so I saw her, checked her spine, adjusted her when necessary, And then, I mean, about 2 weeks goes by and not a huge amount of change when it comes to, you know, the Bell's palsy symptoms. We're seeing a little bit of improvement, so a little bit. She could start to move her upper cheek and start to move that almost like she was trying to do a smile, but there was still, you know, significant drooping and things like that. So we were really not, you know, having a huge improvement in the Bell's palsy. But neck pain was getting a little bit better, back pain is getting a little bit better, and she's just moving better, more freedom of movement in her spine. So things are going pretty well. And so after about 2 weeks, she comes in and she's smiling, which I don't even really think twice about. She comes in and she's smiling, and then I think again and look back at her, and it hit me that she came in and she was smiling with her whole face. Her whole face was moving, and the Bell's palsy was nowhere to be seen. She walks in after about 2 weeks of care, and Bell's palsy is completely gone. There's no trace of that anywhere in her face. And so immediately I'm like, oh my goodness, you're smiling right now. And she's like, I know. And it's, you know, a beautiful emotional moment where, you know, a real true healing just happened. And it's just amazing, the power of the body. It knows how to heal. If we can just take some of these areas that may be causing pressure, amazing things can happen. And so another caveat in this story is that, yes, she was healed from Bell's palsy. And she was improving in other measures too. Her spine was moving better. There was a whole lot that was going right after starting care. But the other thing is, she referred in her husband and their children. So they were all getting care. This entire family was getting care. Husband and kids, no real major health issues were going on. Not even a whole lot of neck pain and back pain or anything like that, especially not in the kids. So think about that. You know, she was getting care and she has an obvious ailment that she is trying to recuperate from, but she sent in her whole family and brought them with her. Why would she do that? And I think that it was because she understood the power and the impact of chiropractic and what it can have on the spine and your life for that matter. And how well your nervous system is functioning is how well you're living your life, basically. And so it was really an honor to get to take care of her and her family, and the family is still under care. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys. It was such a powerful moment in the office, and it really just reminds me of why I do what I do and how thankful I am that I get to help people experience more life. And so it's such a blessing to see the changes that can happen in the office. And so definitely recommend that you see a chiropractor near you. So let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this where I share some stories that have happened in the office. And also just comment down below if you've had a similar type of experience healing wise in a chiropractic office, if it's helped you or a loved one that you know about. Just let me know.